Hello, and welcome to the RealRam fam. On my channel, I intend to provide you with a safe platform to discuss the intersections of your entire being, to be able to be comfortable in your own skin, mission, or position. There is no one like you, and we all have a purpose and message. I, for one, am a black woman, mother of four, a military veteran, and a wife, and a social worker, just to name a few. From my channel, I hope that you learn more about military families and social workers. Three of the social work values are my aim in each video: importance of human relationships, dignity and worth of the person, and social justice. No matter what you initially think when you hear social worker, there is more to the profession. Trust me. Stay locked in by subscribing to the channel, and be sure that you hit that notifications bell so you don't miss any new uploads. Without further ado, on to today's episode.
Hey, I can't hear you. Can you hear me? I can't hear you for some reason. Oh, still can't hear you. Hey, maybe I was muted, but I wonder if I can hear you on the live though. No? You want me to leave and come back and see? I heard something. Heard static.
There, now can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I
Can
can
you
hear you
hear me
now.
now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. I thought this darn microphone was hooked up, but apparently it's not.
Ah, you've been off
It's,
for a while.
it's just looking at me very pretty, like, okay. Anyway, I was telling you to go ahead and take the lead, but
Oh, you was trying to take
anywho,
me to leave. Oh no.
yeah, you take the lead. But anywho, so welcome back, folks. Y'all know, if y'all not new to me, y'all know there's always some type of technical difficulties. It's
Yeah.
always something. But so, how have you been, Mimi?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Just trying to maintain life.
Yeah, so I have a whole new thing that I'm gonna start next time with
Okay.
photos and everything, so we can do it without the photos, and you can tell us how have you tapped into either self-care this week or just some type of self-improvement.
Oh, well, I did do self care actually today. I went to the movies with my son to go and see The Sound of Freedom, which is a really good movie. When I tell you you need to see it, definitely go out and see it and support. Because definitely we need to stop this sex trafficking.
You said The Sound of Freedom.
Yep, Sound of Freedom.
Okay. So tell me more because I had not heard of that.
It's actually a film that's been made like 5 years ago, and a lot of people were putting a stop to the film, and Disney
Mhm.
held on to it for a very long time. And I think it was Mel Gibson, I think it was the one that did the Christ, Jesus, or Passion of the Christ.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
He took over it and he has put it into the theaters, which is making a big thing because it's telling us how involved the United States is, and how involved different countries are about the sex trafficking of small children, and how the slave trade is so much worse than how it was when the black slave trade was going on.
Hmm. Sounds very interesting. So is it like, since you said he took over, so is it like locally produced from him? Because I haven't heard about it.
Yeah, it is actually. It's like a small person produced it. I think it's called Angel something production. I can't think of it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you haven't been, like, a lot of people haven't been talking about it because it's been literally shut down. Like, they've been trying to shut it down a whole bunch of times. That's why, like, they were making it even hard, like, when it was in the theater. They were turning off the AC units for nobody would get too hot in there, for they would just leave. Yeah, they were trying not to have it be supported at all.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I say go out and watch it. Definitely something to see. Very, very like, I cried the whole time, and just thinking of my own kids, thinking of other people's kids. It's really eye opening.
Right. I will definitely look into it.
Sure.
For sure.
Sound of Freedom.
The Sound of Freedom.
Yeah.
Type that just in case for people to come check it out later.
So that was my self-care for today.
Yeah, well, since you went with today I went skating just for a little bit. Took Zendaya with me and Kamau. Just skated around at the park. And then I did a little bit of walking.
Wow.
But throughout the week, I did a lot more getting out and walking. Because now
I really want to start. You need to text me and say go walking. I'm going walking, so that way I get out and walk. Because I definitely need to start walking.
Yeah. Okay. You know I will.
Yeah.
put that baby on and just going out there and walk, girl.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so since you went and watched a movie about human trafficking, that is kind of a perfect segue to today's topic.
Isn't that crazy?
I know. Yes. We always got perfect segues.
Yes.
So today we are going to talk about not just Carlee Russell, but that's what's highlighting everything is the Carlee Russell situation.
Right.
So for those who may not know, Carlee Russell is a Black woman in Alabama. She went missing for like 2 days. She had called 911, reported that she saw a toddler in the middle of the highway, a white kid. And so she called, said that she sees this toddler in the middle of the highway, and then she reports that she's been abducted. Apparently, they also heard someone approaching or heard her scream or something, and so she was abducted. 2 days later, she was returned home, safe and sound. She was returned home, took to the hospital. Okay, so during this time that she was missing, of course, neighbors and everyone, they're out searching for her. The police are then during their what we call it, their conference, during their press conference, they're revealing some information, and it is reported of some of her internet searches, her tweets, and all this kind of stuff that she had searched the movie Taken. She researched how to get an Amber Alert and all these other types of things, which made it seem sketchy. So I learned about it on LinkedIn, and I read some comments where people were obviously jumping on that, saying that this seems sketchy, this is not real, just all types of things. Right. One commenter was talking about the fact that Black people are taken often for their organs because human trafficking is real. This is a real thing that is happening. And of course, that's a segue of its own that we can talk about the rates and incidents in which that happens, how there's these car accidents that happen to people. And this is why people don't want to be organ donors and blood donors, yada, yada. However, that particular comment really just made me think about how we are not taking this seriously. So before I dive into some other stats Mimi, if you can share about the movie that you watched and how it links to this case in that particular person's comment.
Well, I don't want to give it all away.
No, don't give it away. Just
I
just
mean,
how it links or how true. How about that?
I
The
think
validity of that comment.
I think that the movie actually shows how much hands tie of the law enforcement government has on it. I think they get their hands tied to where they can't put so much money into trying to find people. And sometimes it gets to a point where they just be like, dang, I really want to help, but there's nothing else we can do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with how this scenario that just happened with her saying, she's been kidnapped, and then we're using those resources, we're spending resources for no reason when it could be held for other people that needs to be helped. So that's my takeaway from the movie to actually come into this situation.
Yeah. So human trafficking is something that we think doesn't happen. And that when I say we, I am speaking Americans, but I am also speaking Black people. That
Because we don't see it enough. I think that it's so behind, people don't see it in their face. Like it's so easily done because first of all, there's some of it's like, hey, this is a talent show, please come try out for this talent agency, and then they snatch them. Or they snatch them late at night where not a lot of people are around, so it's kind of hard to say that we don't think it's real because we've never really seen the things happen like it does in other countries. In the other countries, like they literally get snatched off the road, or from their parents, or it's more in their face. In America, it's more behind, and it's dark, and it's behind doors. It's behind something that they set up to snatch our kids.
Yeah, or it's just the fact that we are desensitized. One, it's going to go back to just a lack of education.
Mm-hmm.
So, me gaining more understanding as I as I become employed more and more in the civilian community, that the education that I have constantly received.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Welcome
in
to
the military.
civilian life.
Huh?
They said, welcome to civilian life.
That the constant education that we receive in the military, where we have to take human trafficking training like every year.
Right.
Every year we gotta take it. So we know the signs that we're supposed to look out for.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the hospital community and the emergency services also have to look out for this. So I
And
mean nowadays, huh?
And transportation, because me working
And
for the
transportation.
we have to be aware as well.
Then nowadays, there's the posters that are out in like bathrooms and in the high traffic area, high traffic, not human trafficking, but where there's a lot of traffic. Posters are out, warning signs are out so that they know what to look for. But the fact that military personnel have to take this training every single year, we are alerted to the signs that
it's out there.
Other people may look at a couple and a person and just think that this is a prostitution situation. They may think that this is a domestic violence situation, or that the people, or at least one person, is homeless or
Or
horrible.
we don't even we're so not in tune with other people. We're so self-absorbed. I'm going to say that you're not paying attention to the other person, and for them to even give you the cue that they are in danger.
Yes.
So, and then plus if they're children, because unfortunately children think I have to be good because they're going to hurt my family. So I'm not going to do anything to even try to give a cue. You see what I'm saying? Like that's where the problem I feel is lying at, is that we're so self-absorbed that we're not even paying attention to even see if this child is gripping something, or trying to maintain their selves because they know that they're in danger or their family is in danger.
Yeah. Yep. So when things just look odd, look off, that can't be a real couple.
Hmm.
This person is way too young to be dating this person, or that's not that person's parent. Yeah,
But how can you really tell that that's not somebody's parent? And that's another thing.
yeah,
I really hate, like, with, okay, so like I work for the airline, and when we book tickets with parents, and when they go through security, kids under 18 don't have to have IDs.
right.
So you're literally not even, all you're asking is this kid, hey, do you know this person? Hey, where are you going? And they've already trained them.
That's very true.
And it makes me sick because I think that everybody should have some type of ID for their kids, some type of information, or a birth certificate. And yeah, I know that they can always make falsified documents, da 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 da. I get that, but I think that if we did that, it makes it harder, and makes it takes them more time for them to have to get those documents.
Yeah.
I
So
for me.
people just got to know that it is real,
Hmm.
because like like I said, people, that is a conversation all of its own that we can have.
Right.
With next talking about, it has a name, Oregon, it's not called organ ciphering, but buying off our organs.
The black market organs. Yeah,
Yeah,
I get
that
it.
thing is real.
Yeah, it is. The black market is real, period. That people don't realize. Like, you probably, like, people are not, they're just doing the surface of TikTok, they're doing the surface of internet, but you're not getting deep down into where there's black market stuff going on. So you wouldn't know. You're just staying on the surface, but there's so much more that people are not
Hmm.
realizing that there's out there. Just like I just had a conversation with my son, I was trying to explain to him that porn sites are literally open doors for the trafficking, and with everybody supporting them or going to them or giving them money just to see these sites, you're enabling, period.
Yeah, yeah. And people really have to understand that TV writers, they are creative, but stuff comes from a real place. So we were watching, it was either 911 or Station 19 once, in the EMS. So they got a call, and a person was there at a hotel, and one person had their organ removed,
Mm-hmm.
and the EMS captain, she was realizing something was funny and off, because then that person just disappeared. They left the hospital and they disappeared.
Right.
And something told her there's something bigger, there's a black market. Then they got another call, which led to the original person whose organ got taken.
Mm-hmm.
So learning how to link that stuff together and when warning
And
signs,
not realizing how
crazy.
big this is. Like, it's like everybody's in it, everybody has some part to play.
Hmm.
And now you can choose to play, or you can choose not to play. And if you choose not to play, it ruffles everything.
Yes.
But so, like, with the, what's her name, Carlee,
Yeah, Carlee.
with the Carlee situation, I just feel like I understand she needs love and she wanted attention. I get that. And I hate that people keep on trying to say that it's mental illness. Yeah, we can call some stuff mental illness, but this could be something else too. I just feel like you can't always say that it's a mental illness for everybody. She wanted love. I get it. She wanted to be wanted. She wanted someone to feel like they've lost her and now they found her again and that they would hold on to her forever. That's my take on the situation. But I feel like she did it the wrong way. All the wrong way. This is definitely not a way to do it because you are taking away from the fact that we finally had gotten some notoriety as a black woman and that people were out there, sharing her story, trying to get her help. And normally it's always, oh, we're runaways. Oh, they ran away from home. Oh, they'll be back. That's normally the take.
Mm-hmm.
But now that she's done this, I'm not saying that it's not gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a little bit, but I think that people are still gonna still be out there wrong for us, and sharing the story. I just think that they're gonna take longer because they're gonna sit there and wait to try to get some more information before they start sharing it. And this is where, that's where she put a damper on this.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that, again, perfect segue to me sharing the information from the missing persons website.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to share the tab. Maybe, you know what? So from the Black and Missing Foundation, this is from 2022 statistics, and you can see this, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, cool. So thousands of people missing every year, right? Okay, here's the disparities of highlighting the cases. 57% white, which you say they include Hispanics, 39% minority. All these missing people, and only 39% that they talk about are minorities
that are truly missing. They're not calling them. They're not saying this is the runaways.
Yep, we'll get to that. Well, sure enough,
this is the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow. So nearly 40% of missing persons of color. Yeah, we are 40% of the missing persons, and we make up 13% of the population as of 2022. Okay, so why the disparity? Like you just said, runaways. A lot of minority children are initially classified as runaways.
But we are the most sex trafficking in the nation.
So we don't receive an Amber Alert. So like they tried to highlight her search but an Amber Alert.
We don't.
Then also classified as criminals. And then we are desensitized to the situation.
So I just want to say, with her searching the Amber Alert, that had me a little questioning her because, like, if we don't get Amber Alerts, why search the Amber Alert? Was she trying to make do the Amber Alert? Was she trying to make awareness? I don't know. I mean, I can't say what she was trying to do, but I just didn't know why she did the Amber Alert because we never get those.
Yeah. Well, I get them, but again, not often.
On blacks, black people. I mean,
yeah, not often. So then the breakdown under the age of 18, 54% white, 39% African American. But for her, she doesn't fall under that because she's over 18. Right. But 39% of our kids.
And does the Amber Alert have a cutoff age?
I think so. But you know what? I don't know.
I think that's what she was looking to see what the cutoff age was and if it costs. That's what it said. But like, does anybody really know if there's an Amber Alert, cutoff age? Because I don't think that should be. Amber Alert is Amber Alert. Somebody missing.
I don't know. That's definitely something to look up. As far as I know, Amber Alerts are for children, but
I get it. Maybe it is just for children because it was, Amber that she was a child at the time. So
yeah. So what can we do? Because they're grossly underreported in the news.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, with everything, more diversity. So we need more diversity in the newsroom. On this one, on less is more, balancing the scales and show less of one group and more of everyone. This made me think about a recent TikTok that my son showed me. And I'm gonna come back to that one. Which with this one too, see value in Black and brown lives,
Mm-hmm.
and then be vigilant. You and I just talked about that. But with being vigilant, it requires also education.
Yeah.
So with less is more and seeing the value in Black and brown lives. So I just saw, and I think I sent it to you, a TikTok of some girls who went to, I think it was Ghana. They went to the dang it. The what do you call it? The port, the door. What would you call it?
The slave door?
Yeah, the slave door, but no,
Okay.
it's not just called the slave door.
I know what you're talking about, yeah,
That
but
they went there and they were twerking.
the disrespect, Lord.
Disrespect. So
Oh
they
my God.
didn't. How can we, as a community, see the value in their lives when they're doing stuff like that? Now, of course, I'm going to see the value in everyone's life because one,
Right.
they are a human person and they are Black
Exactly.
women.
I'm just
But
disappointed.
when you see that kind of stuff, you are totally disrespecting the place where you are. You are disrespecting your ancestors, but yet less is more. They're showing themselves on TikTok. It went viral.
Right.
So there's no balancing of the scales because it added to the negative view of Black women, Black lives. So what do you think of that?
I think you're right about that, but I do
And me
value,
post this link.
but I do value everybody's life.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that it's very disrespectful for them to twerk and to degrade us as a human race. That's degrading your ancestors. Just let y'all know. But some people may fight me over that, but I don't care. I just think that twerking on a historical site is
Mm-hmm.
disrespectful because that's historical. We should be paying our respects and moving on. And that's another thing. Like that's another topic we need to talk about is talking about history being taught in school of
Yeah.
slavery. Yeah, I think Florida. The what I read on the Florida thing. I'm just gonna say this real quick. I have no problem as long as you're going to look at it as a positive. That the reason that when they were enslaved, they learned trade to actually make things and make it better. I have no problem with that. We need some positive stuff about the slave instead of always thinking negative because negative holds us back.
Well,
So
what's
that's my
positive? Go ahead and share real quick. Give us a taste. What's
what I'm
positive?
saying is that when they said one of the person that was enslaved, I think what was it? He made something. I can't remember. I can't remember everything I read, but I have to go back. Like I said, I had to when it's fresh in my mind, we'll definitely do it. But it's just the fact that whatever we made or whatever we were enslaved and we decided to make easier for our lives as a slave person, and then we took it out and actually put it out in the world. I think that's great. I think that that's the actual great thing that they're gonna touch on is like, hey, he was a slave and he decided to do this to make his life easier at the slave when he was enslaved. Now he's done this, and everybody is now taking on this. You know what I'm saying? It's like a positive, like how all of us black people we made the railroad. All the trains are running because we made it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at things. I guess I just look at it
Yeah,
as
but
positive.
that's not what they're gonna do. That's what we do, and that's already like what you're thinking, but that's not what they're gonna do. They're gonna be like basically how they already are saying.
pull yourself up by the bootstraps type thing and get rid of everything else. Get rid of, this person, your example of
Okay, but
whatever I forgot what you just said because you started talking about the railroad.
When we were taught in our
Uh-huh.
class of social studies of slavery, yes, it was always about bad stuff. It was always about like bad things. I get it. Like, but when do we start allowing the positive things to come in? Because if you keep on talking about the negative things, we're just gonna repeat it.
What
That's
I
how I feel.
recall was just facts, but it was like basic and skimmed over. Like slavery started this date and it was in this location and this is what it did and this is how long it lasted.
But then we need to
That's
go
it.
back though. We need to go back though because white people were enslaved as well in the Egyptian world. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we could go all the way back and say the white people were enslaved too. So we don't talk about that. Let's just talk about the positive and move on from the negative of the slavery and try to do better as people, as human race.
I'm not sure if that's for the school okay, anyway,
Okay, we'll talk about that
because
later. Like I
we
said, another
segueing
time.
off, but
Okay, go
so
ahead.
we would definitely get into that.
Yes,
We gonna
yes.
get into that. So yes. Now back to
The
so I just shared the statistics. I dropped the link to the Black and Missing Persons
and you were
foundation.
talking about the disrespect of the girls
Yeah,
working,
but shared this
but
link to those statistics for anyone who wants to go back in later. I will also put that in the description box so y'all can go back and look at that stuff
so
for
was
your
that the
own.
TikTok your son has showed you?
You said, do I have the link?
No. Was that the TikTok that your son?
No. This was to
Oh,
the hold on, let me go to this top. Black and Missing Foundation
oh, okay, yeah,
website.
definitely share that.
Yeah. So I do feel like the greater conversation of of highlighting Black and Missing people from Carlee was needed. Yes, ma'am.
I got a question though, because you had addressed Carlee when she was missing,
Mhm.
and that you felt that everybody was jumping to conclusions, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel now that it came out that she has?
I am first of all, Heed. Thank you for the comment saying that she needs the gavel. How I feel. I'm not gonna say that it came out that she did anything because still what is happening
Mm-hmm.
is a lot of speculation still because the case is still open. Of course.
Okay.
So okay, so you asked me how I feel. How I feel
Mm-hmm.
is obviously yes, she needs some help. But I'm also feeling like the police have said too much, just like they do in a lot of our cases. A lot of our cases and situations, they be dropping this stuff and putting public opinion out there so that when the case is solved or when they think it's solved, there's nothing we can do because now there's public opinion and then we got to ask for a change of venue. They
Okay,
didn't
I
need
get
to
you.
tell us about all her internet searches. All they need give us the fact that you couldn't find a child in the street, that she showed up at the hospital. Like that's it.
But
That's it.
but but now I want to say this though. You would if we didn't get the internet information, we wouldn't know that it was still a false report.
But look now, we being so okay. Heed, how do we know? First of all, are you in Alabama? Tell me that. Tell me, are
Nope.
you in Alabama? Because how do we know? I'm in DC and Mimi is in Georgia. How do we
Yeah.
know she's avoiding the police? And then he says, if she ain't arrested, civil unrest will happen. Ooh, no, civil unrest ain't gonna happen. No, because ain't nobody got killed.
Hold on,
And this ain't no white coming into a black community. Like, but I think I like where you going. Now, are you saying because she accused a white person of doing something to her? Because it don't really be happening like that. Because no matter what, this is still a black woman in Alabama, from Alabama. So explain a little bit more about that one. So one, tell me, are you in Alabama?
That was a good statement right there, though.
Yeah, I like it. I like it, but I don't know if I can't see the civil unrest. I don't know.
And the reason I have my camera
accused a baby she didn't accuse a baby. She accused a white man.
A white man, white woman, and white baby.
Yeah, she accused white people. Now she said child endangerment. This is true. This is very true. But
I'm just letting you know, I have my camera off because I have my infant in my arms and I don't show him on anything.
Yeah.
So
It's all good. It's all good. So as I was researching the updates to see what all I wanted to share about her situation, I did hear the 911 call, and she told the 911 operator that the child just looked like, so I don't know how you're looking at someone and then you say it looks like that they just has on a t-shirt and a pamper.
And babies don't just wear t-shirts, they wear onesies. I'm just saying.
Well, no. She never said it was a baby. She said that they're about 3 years old.
Oh, okay.
And that they just had on a so child endangerment. Yes, I agree. Okay, so she said the fact that she brought a child and didn't have to run away. She's grown, orange hair. Who was balding? The man was balding. Yeah. Yeah, the man. No, the man had orange hair. Okay, but anyway.
Wait. I just got a question. She's asking. Oh, shoot. I'm so sorry, guys. Go ahead.
Why is there going? Tell me again, though. Why is there going to be civil unrest? Because still, I'm looking at a black woman in Alabama who is from Alabama, and she still is in Alabama, and she accused a white couple of doing something that typically don't happen. Number one, that's a rarity, but she didn't blame them of raping her. But even if she did, they in Alabama don't value black people like that. She said, wait, hold on. Because black women will go to war. Well, hey, that's true.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's really civil unrest because she don't get arrested.
Now, did she say the child endangerment will be like a charge? Is what she's saying?
Oh yeah. Well, no, she's saying that that's a report of child endangerment, which it is. A child being left alone on the highway and ain't got no clothes on in the night. That is child endangerment. That's child endangerment and child neglect. That's true. But
that would be the parents' responsibility in getting that charge.
Correct. No, she's not. I don't think that he is saying that she's going to be charged with that. She's saying that that's what she's reporting.
Okay, yeah.
The police. She's reporting child endangerment, child neglect, which, yeah. But I don't think because that's the report that she made that's what people are going to be more upset about. I think that it's the fact that she was claiming she was kidnapped. Okay, so she said, and I'm sorry if I'm assuming you're a she, just because there's a picture of a child on your thing. So I'm just gonna say the commenter. Okay, she fractured the sister code. That's a no in the sister code. Amber Alert is a felony. So you got to tell me that. Show me cause I don't know that to be true. The Amber Alert is a felony. False report felony. Okay, so he is a man. Thank you. Oh, that's you as a baby. Oh, okay. Cuteness. That beautiful hair. Okay, so show me that's a felony. I know that we shouldn't be making any type of false claims. First of all, like I know that. But I'm gonna go back because I don't think that anything happening to Black women will cause an uproar, particularly with them not being charged. It barely causes civil unrest when white people don't get charged. It takes a while for us to even have civil unrest when that is the case. Why? So I don't know if you listen to Sirius XM, so now I'm talking to both of you. Because I do listen to Sirius XM. There was a caller one time who said that the families get fed a script. And so every time something happens, every family, they always come out and they say, let's be civil. I'm asking for peace. And I think that that's true. So when we have civil unrest, it's because it's been a week or 2 months or whatever. Then we have civil unrest because that person hasn't been arrested. It isn't because it's been 2 days. It's been a while. So yes, the search was in her history. This is an internal problem. It very, very much is. But what's the internal problem? There are many things that we're talking about that's an internal problem. So you tell me, what are you saying is the internal problem? Thank you for the subscribing. And it's been a week, but it's been a week that since she's been arrested, but she wasn't missing for a week. She was only missing for 2 days. Only 2 days she was missing.
I don't know how I got off the last broadcast, but you'll see me have 2 of them now.
So, I'm gonna put this invite out here if you want to join us out here on the screen.
Definitely come join so we can have conversations.
Women holding women accountable. Is it? Ooh,
that's very true.
Yes, that's another conversation that I heard about in reference to some other stuff.
But wait a minute though. But when we hold them accountable, why is it always that we are downing each other as Black women when we're holding each other accountable?
You said why we always doubting?
Why do people feel like it's always downing? Like we're always trying to knock the next woman down as a Black woman. Trying to hold
I don't know.
For your actions.
I don't know. She been back longer than gone and says nothing still. Okay, so I'm not a lawyer.
That's right.
But lawyers will tell you though
not to say
that
nothing.
She shouldn't be saying anything. Just like I said that the cops are hurting the case by saying too much. She will be hurting herself as well by saying anything.
Yeah, so especially if she's going to get some charges.
Like her parents said, she already gave her statement.
But the parents even were still holding down that there was somebody out there being dangerous. Come on now. And they even know the truth already.
You said the parents said what?
The parents said on the Good Morning America, there's still somebody out there. No, you can't say that when you know the truth.
They don't know the truth.
They know.
I saw something where the mom was
They know the
very
truth
careful with her words. And she said, the person on the phone said, see, so she never said my daughter said. She never said it like she knew. She said the person on the phone said. So she was very careful with her words. But I was curious if the parents knew or felt anything. But
I think they felt it. And the dad even mumbled no something about no, there's not, when the mom said that there was still somebody out there on the Good Morning America show. He even mumbled, like he said something under his breath. So he was telling like no, you need to go back and watch, because that's what I'm saying. Like, how you gonna? I'm sorry, if it was my child and my child lied, I'm gonna have to come out and just say, man, she lied about everything. I apologize.
I ain't saying nothing because I'm not gonna hurt my child's case. I ain't saying nothing.
I'm gonna say I apologize. I was right along with y'all thinking that my child was being kidnapped. My child and went and searched all this stuff, taken on the day that she was taken.
I will say that.
Come on now.
Okay. He said they see women like you are better in morals. Her mom hurt her daughter the most. Really?
Why her mom?
I don't know. Like, you gotta tell me. Are you in Alabama? The best part. Watch people and read Carlee tarot. These tarot readers are sweating, shaking, scared, pulling her cards.
Not the tarot telling it.
I don't know. You gotta tell me. You gotta tell us what you're talking about. I don't know. Protect your wife. So yeah, are you in Alabama? Because
did you see the statement that the boyfriend's sister put out?
No, I did not, because I'm trying not to look at too much because it's not final.
You don't want to know the truth.
No, I don't want to know too much of this extra statement. Just look.
Okay.
Just like with the little boy in Virginia who shot the teacher. Okay. I only looked at like the first two things, and then I was like, I'm gonna wait because surely there's more to that story.
So you want to wait?
Come to find out, yeah, the boy had an IEP, like all this other stuff. It was a whole lot, and so we're gonna come back and we're gonna revisit that story. We're gonna come back and revisit that.
This is your therapist talking,
girl. I knew there was more, so I did not want to keep following each and every story that came out because I knew that there was more.
I get it.
So just like with this, I don't want to follow what everybody gotta say.
No, you don't have to follow what everybody gotta say. You want to wait until she go and get locked up, and then she's still not gonna say why she did it. That's why you want to wait.
No, look. When they say the case is closed, and when like her lawyer say something, has her lawyer said something?
She hadn't even lawyered up because she's not even trying to talk to the police for the second time because she know they about to lock that ass up. Okay. Sorry, excuse my language.
Exactly. So when that happens, we will revisit. Right now, we're going to go back and we're going to talk about the fact that Black and missing women.
Yes.
It is important.
It is important. It's very important. Your therapist hat is amazing because when I tell you, I could not keep everything is still going to wait. I need to know. I need to know why you lied and what reason. And was it for that man? Because if it was for that man, I want to tell you about it.
What man?
Her boyfriend or whoever.
Okay, so look, I would come back and I would say, I want to thank all my neighbors in the community, blah, 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 for helping look for my daughter, and I'm sorry that you were misled. Because I'm gonna say that. Because maybe something wrong with my child. Maybe something wrong with him. And I'm like, I'm sorry that you were misled. and that we wasted some valuable resources. But as we, look into finding out what's wrong,
Still telling on her.
we will come back, and that's all I have to say for now.
That's still telling on her. I'm just letting you know. You can't sugarcoat it, and you know the right moral thing to do is to make your child responsible for what she has done. Am I right?
Yeah.
So, as a parent, yes, you want to protect your child, but if they were wrong, they was wrong.
That's right.
And you're gonna have to
maybe she don't know she wrong. I don't know.
I think, and you're trying to bring the mental card up, and I don't think nothing is wrong with this child. I promise you.
We don't know that.
I don't think nothing wrong with this child. She heartbroken because of a man cheating on her, and she wanted.
Okay, yeah. Tell me what. Okay, so what happened? What
from what we understand?
And this person talking about she was in the occult. I don't know about that. I don't know.
Oh, she's talking about AKA. That's the cult.
Oh, okay. Look, I ain't gonna be defense. Ain't gonna have the Greeks and stuff coming up after me. Nope.
That's gang. What you
nope. No fraternities, sororities, and nothing coming after me. Nope.
Man, you should have seen when Duvall called them a gang.
Nope.
Little Duvall called them a gang, and they went in, boy. Okay, so from understood is that the boyfriend cheated on her with some girl, and she is upset because she wants him to want her and not the other girl. So she did all this to gain his attention back, to make him want her, and she wants to, she wants a family. She wants to have a stable environment, and I get that. I understand.
So I saw that he had like posted,
He did. He did go into concern. That would put him in concern of his.
Look. That's
so
look.
She got the reaction.
No. Therapist brain aside. Something's wrong with her. Yes, because that's what white women do. White women do that stuff. So that means she is indoctrinated in the white freaking culture. White women get cheated on, and then they go out there and start doing this kind of stuff.
You definitely
saying somebody kidnapped them, somebody raped them, somebody robbed them.
You done took the therapist.
White women stuff.
Therapist hat off.
That's right. Let me put on my St. Louis chain, which ain't here. This is all Tawana right here.
So she's screaming the white woman's tears, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. I got
you. What you're saying. If that's in the timeline, if that's in the fact.
But that's just desperate move sometimes. Some women are just desperate.
Black women do that.
Some women, there's black women that tear up stuff.
Exactly. You cheat on me, I'm finna go tear your stuff up.
Maybe she has low self-esteem, but that is not mental.
Low self-esteem? No.
That's
not how black women suffer low self-esteem. Look.
Well, maybe it is her. This society, this generation X this generation millenniums are a little different than
they are. They're
a little sensitive than we are.
They are different.
So
it don't matter though.
This may be the way they react.
No.
Yeah. You got to come to acceptance.
You know
They're
what?
A little bit more
I don't know.
sensitive than we are.
I don't know the culture of Alabama, Mississippi. I don't know it. I don't know.
I'm telling you, the millenniums, how sensitive they are. They can barely work because they so sensitive. So you just imagine. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to put you. You can't keep them on our level. See, you try to talk like they on our level. They're not on our level. They not on where we had to deliver papers when we were 12. They don't on that. They ain't on that. They ain't on that. They are on, Mom, why I gotta go work?
Yeah.
Mom, do you think we can find a way that I ain't gotta go clock in 9 to 5. That's what type of kids we dealing with. They want it handed to them. So the way she probably reacted to all this, that's a millennium move. I'm gonna let you just know that right now. That's a millennium move.
Okay.
It ain't us. Cause we gonna let you know, nigga, bye. See ya, you cheated on me? Okay. You can play at that game. Trust and believe.
That's the one right there. That's the one.
We ain't gonna go kidnap ourselves. We just gonna go find somebody else.
Yep.
So that's what
after I knock you upside your head a little bit. You're so silly. You done took me way off.
I'm so sorry. I'm just saying, because you was trying to defend for the girl, and I understand you got that therapist hat, and I'm the one that's got to be in here to tell you, yeah, your therapy hat, I get it. But this is what reality is. I understand she coming at a different angle, and I'm gonna give y'all a different angle.
No, it's just I wasn't trying to read everything because I ain't trying to read everything.
I get it. So I'll read it for you, and then I'll interpret it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it the real.
Hey, that's what you're here for. That's what you're here for. So okay, so I had a when we come back next time, I'm gonna have all my new intro and outro ready.
All right. We're gonna
have it ready.
Outro, okay.
So for next week, this upcoming week, because this ain't it. I'm just doing this on the fly. So for the next week, what are you looking forward to doing?
To talking about?
No, just for this is the question. I remembered it now. It just came back.
Give me the question.
It just came back. This is the new question that I'm ending with.
Okay.
What are you planning to do this upcoming week to pay it forward to someone?
Oh, I just paid it forward today. I guess I'm
Hey.
It doesn't never stop, I guess. What am I gonna do?
Brighten someone's day. What is something that you plan to do?
I plan to send a message to a lot of females to let them know that I'm here if they need me, and that I see them and I love them and I appreciate them.
Okay, that sounds good. That's very doable.
Yep.
Very, very doable.
Because we work hard and we don't get no appreciation, and I'm going to give it to y'all.
I love it. Well,
I'll even do it for men too. Let me just not be only about the females. I'll even do it for men if I have men friends. I'm going to let y'all know y'all work hard and I appreciate it.
Okay.
There we go.
You gonna call a person, or are you gonna post?
I may text them. I like individual texts more so that way everybody knows that it's actually to them, and that it's just personable, more like that. I may even pick up the phone. You never know. If I ain't too busy with this new baby of mine.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Real good plan. I like it.
Thanks.
All right. Okay, Mimi, it's been good. We've been on here for almost an hour.
Yeah.
So it's always been good. Don't
forget the movie.
Yeah.
Sound of Freedom.
The Sound of Freedom. And yeah, so I got my social media person, got their research on what they're supposed to do. Okay. And so we're gonna come up with the next day on when to do this again.
Okay.
And everybody, y'all know the deal. So I'm about to play this outro video. Y'all take care.
I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. I would like to thank my guests for joining me, or simply thank you for watching the pre-recorded episode. No matter what your birth order is, how you self-identify, and whether you like pancakes or waffles. If this is the first time you're hearing it today, I want you to know that you are loved. You were put here for a purpose that only you can fulfill. Until next time, take care of yourself. Be sure that you like and share the videos, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. This is RealRam out.